Well, hello there, and good evening, everyone. And hello to all of my YouTube friends. Glad I was able to report to you tonight. I'm William Brantley from North Jackson, Tennessee, at the University Village Apartments on Walker Road, ready to share with you today's climate summary and give you a forecast for the next few days shortly. Turned out to be another beautiful sunny day today. A little warm, a little cool in the morning, but it warmed up a little bit. But at least it wasn't super hot. Excuse me, no, nose is itching. Well, I guess I'll go ahead. It looks like we're going to have some rain moving in later tonight. I'll show you that on the radar momentarily. Be moving in possibly as early as about 2 a.m. to about 10 a.m. But the strongest part of it will move through roughly between 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, is the way it's looking right now. A line of storms is expected to move through about that time, and there's actually a severe thunderstorm watch that was issued moments ago up around the St. Louis area, all the way over toward Ohio, and whether they'll be severe or not, still unsure here. But they do have a chance for some severe thunderstorms to the north of us overnight. But we do have a chance for the storms here early in the morning. All right, just be on the lookout for that. All right, let me move on to the climate data, and then I'll show you a few graphs and read the forecast in specifics shortly. I'll go ahead and read to you yesterday's climate summary just to make sure all of you caught it, here on YouTube at least. Yesterday's low temperature was 59 degrees. Yesterday's high was 88 degrees. I had no rainfall here as of midnight last night for yesterday. Yesterday's highest temperature in West Tennessee was 88 degrees right here in North Jackson at University Village Apartments. And the coldest low yesterday morning in West Tennessee was 55 degrees at Lexington and Paris, Tennessee. Today's climate summary: as of 5 p.m., the sky was partly cloudy. The temperature was 88 degrees. The humidity was 74%. The humidity was at dew point was 74 degrees. I'm sorry. And the humidity was 63%. I think I mixed those up and just changed and just corrected it, I think. 88 degrees for the current temperature, 74 for the dew point, and 63 for the humidity. Got it right that time, if I did mix it up. Wind was out of southwest at 10 miles per hour, and the barometric pressure was 29.95 inches of mercury. Today's low temperature was 67 degrees. Today's high was 90 degrees. Had no rainfall here in North Jackson today since midnight. And I am working on a friend, or working with a friend rather, on helping me to report rainfall amounts from Bemis, since I don't actually live in Bemis anymore. I think he's going to help me with the Bemis location, and I can add that to my reports, maybe starting as early as tomorrow. More details on that as it comes along. Okay. The lowest relative humidity today, that's a big word sometimes, was 61% at 3 through 5 p.m. The highest would be 97% at 3 and 6 a.m. Today's lowest barometric pressure would be 29.95 inches, and that was as of 5 p.m. And the highest would be 30.07, and that was as of 12 a.m. and then again at 9 through 11 a.m. Today's highest wind gust at the Jackson, Tennessee airport was 19 miles per hour out of the southwest. at 12:16 p.m. Now today's records for September the 4th, hottest high would be 104 degrees in 1954. The coolest high would be 69 in 1967. The warmest low would be 72 in 1966, while the coldest low would be 48 in 1974. And we may have a low near there toward Friday morning of this week. More details on that coming. And today's rainfall record would be 2.92 inches, and that fell in 1962. Alrighty, let me show you a few graphs, then I'll read you the forecast and details shortly. I'll go ahead and start with the Memphis radar, courtesy of Channel 3 out of Memphis. And let me show you this one. West Tennessee's in the clear, as you can see from this one. I've got it kind of off at a zoomed far out range at the moment. There's nothing going on in Tennessee, as you can see. The only shower on there south of us is west of Conway, Arkansas, a little tiny shower, and a few little storms down there east of Greenville, Mississippi. Few are trying to pop up down there. They're moving east away from us. Otherwise, there's nothing anywhere south of us beyond those I just told you about. I don't think there's anything southeast of us. Nothing over in the Carolinas. Raleigh is good and clear today. Good portion of Virginia is. And the one that I'm mostly concerned about is this line of storms right here that has formed just north of St. Louis, just northeast of St. Louis, and it has now stretched out within the last hour all the way over to Jefferson City, Missouri, and it looks like it's trying to form right along the Kansas and Missouri border. And that's the line, this part here near Jefferson City will probably be the part that will affect us toward early tomorrow morning. There is a severe thunderstorm watch for that area. It was issued not long ago, and I think there was a severe thunderstorm warning that popped up east of St. Louis there in Illinois a few minutes ago also for that big storm right there kind of in the center of the screen. I probably get my mouse to show it right here, that one right there. That's a real heavy storm apparently. Alrighty. That's it. That line of storms, last check was like maybe 30 minutes ago, was expected to move through Jackson around 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, which is my sleeping hours. I may end up sleeping through them, who knows. I hope not, especially if they become severe, which right now they're not expected to be severe, but you know how nature is, it can kind of fool some of us sometimes. But anyways, roughly between 6 and 9 a.m. is when that line's expected to move through Jackson. It'd be a little sooner to our friends to our north, of course, up there like Dyersburg, Union City, maybe a little bit sooner than that, maybe a couple hours sooner even. And then, of course, down south of us, down towards Savannah, it'd be a little after that. Probably be more like 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning, and then ending around noon down there. But the Pacific hours I was telling you is mainly for here in Jackson. But generally speaking, you can adjust it about a couple of hours, depending on how far you are from Jackson, north or south, for that matter. Alrighty, that's the radar for you. Just keeping an eye out for these right here. That's maybe coming in later on tonight. I'll give the last look at it real quick. That is as of right now, by the way. That's right now as we're speaking. Yeah, we're just before 7 o'clock. So they're forming pretty heavy up there. That line's getting pretty tough up there. Especially just northeast of St. Louis. But it's getting pretty heavy over there toward Jefferson City, too. Alright, there'll be something to look forward to later on in the morning. Maybe I'll hear it coming through. Alright, let me move on to the satellite picture. Satellite radar combo. Well, really it's the enhanced version. Let me see if I can get it to where... I'll go ahead and show you Florida real quick. There's some clouds and some sun down there. There you see where it's raining and where it isn't. Down there in the southern parts of Florida, it's raining, and I can't remember that part of Florida, east central kind of. Other than that, there's beautiful clear skies most of the southeast, except for down there in extreme southern Texas. And there we are, and there's those storms up there that we were just looking at on radar up there near St. Louis. What it looks like on the enhanced, they actually stretch on up there toward northwestern Ohio there. But they seem to be, the heaviest blossom seems to be right there in Illinois and near St. Louis. Alright, but you see a huge area clearing, few clouds to our south, and some near Little Rock that we were looking at just a moment ago. But for right now, Tennessee is excellent clear shape. And Jackson right there where that pin pointing is, excellent weather. Let's see if I can get a real good close-up view of West Tennessee here without messing it up. Really as clear as I'd like it to be, but it is half the time. There's the better view. That's the perfect view, even if it is at a distance. Tennessee's cloud-free, but here comes the storms up there. Oh well, alright, that's pretty much the radar for right now. Let me see. Let me go to the current map features. Thanks to Weather Underground. There's that cold front. There you see the high there over Georgia, South Carolina, and another one down in the northeast Gulf, taking care of our weather for this evening at least. There's a low pressure, a cold front from way up there in Hudson Bay in Canada. Swings down through Michigan and on down through Illinois, near St. Louis, on over to a low there in Oklahoma or Kansas border, and swings on up to a low up in Idaho. There you see the other fronts out west, and that's pretty much the surface map for you. But that front right up there in Missouri is heading our way, and it's going to disrupt this nice warm weather. But it's going to bring in some cooler weather, so I'm going to try not to complain too much. It won't do no good anyway. It's going to give us what it wants to. Nature is. Alright, I guess it's the forecast is next, isn't it? Yep, it sure is. I can turn it around so I can read it to you. I really don't want to bargain on showing it to you and you seeing it as good as I can. Half the time you don't get to see it as clearly as I can. Alright, it's going to be mostly clear, of course, tonight till around 1 or 2 in the morning. Then it's going to become mostly cloudy. By the way, the sun sets tonight at 7:18 p.m. It rises tomorrow morning at what time? 6:31 a.m. The moon will be rising this evening. It already has at 6:33 p.m. 6:33 p.m. and it'll be setting tomorrow morning at 4:44 a.m. It's going to be mostly cloudy tomorrow with a 80% chance of some showers and thunderstorms, roughly anywhere between 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. But the heaviest, or the line itself, will probably move through, like I mentioned, between about 6 a.m. to about 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. They all should be gone by noon, if not a little sooner, and then just be very cloudy until mid-evening. Then the sky should become fair before midnight anyways. With the low near 69 degrees in the morning. The high tomorrow about 80, so it's going to be about 10 degrees cooler tomorrow. We have northwest winds at 10 to 20. And on Wednesday and Thursday, the weather looks great. Looks like mostly clear skies on Wednesday, with a low near 54 and a high of 76, with north winds at 10 to 20. And Wednesday, by the way, is the complete or full moon. The full moon quarter phase is complete on Wednesday the 6th, and it rises at 7:46 p.m. Wednesday evening, just 30 minutes after the sun sets. The sun sets at 7:15 p.m. I call that just about perfect timing on both of them there. All right, on into Thursday, mostly clear skies with low near 49 degrees and a high of about 75 degrees, with north winds at 10 to 20. Yes, it's going to be cool Thursday morning, very cool. And on Friday, mostly clear skies continue with the low near 50 and a high of 79, with north winds at 10 to 20. On Saturday and Sunday, beautiful weekend coming up. Mostly clear both days, with a low near 53 both mornings, and with the high of 79 Saturday, high of 80 Sunday, with north to northeast winds at 10 to 20 each day. So we have a beautiful weekend coming up. And the next chance for rain after tonight and in the morning is going to be Wednesday of next week, the Wednesday week, the 13th of September, when we have a 40% chance of some showers and thunderstorms that day. Well, alrighty, I think that's it for tonight. I hope all of you have a very pleasant Monday evening. I hope all of you had a great Labor day off and enjoyed any outdoor activity or any indoor activity for that matter today, and I wish you the best tonight. Sweet dreams. Hope you wake up to a beautiful Tuesday, September the 5th, and just be cautious with those thunderstorms. They should be moving through around daybreak tomorrow morning, right near that time. So be cautious with that, and other than that, good night everybody, and I hope to talk to you again tomorrow night.